Hello students, today let us discuss some of the MCQs from the chapter Chemical Reactions and Equations. This is the first chapter of class 10th science. This is an important chapter, and in this chapter you might have learned all the theories actually. After learning the theory, you have to practice with the questions, and you know the importance of MCQ questions because we have 20 marks MCQs for the board exam. So practicing and learning MCQs are very important. Some of the questions from the chapter today we are going to discuss. Okay. So one thing, before practicing the questions you have to make it thorough with the content or the lesson. Okay, theory part of the lesson. Let us come to the first question. Which of the following statements about the given reaction are correct? Read the options also. Okay. 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2. 4 options are, these are actually not options, these are part of the question only, and this A, B, C, D are your options for the question. You have to go through all the parts 1, 2, 3, 4 carefully, then only you have to write the or mark the answer. Okay, so here let us read the points 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, iron metal is getting oxidized. Let us check it. Here we have iron. We have to check the reactants in the LHS. What has happened to the reactants? That is what we have to check. Okay, so by checking the points, you can understand that this question is from the part redox reaction. And in redox reaction, you might have studied, or not might have, you have studied about oxidation, reduction, oxidizing agent, reducing agent, everything. Okay, so here iron is converted into iron oxide. Is it? Fe is converted into Fe3O4, means iron oxide. Clearly here there is an addition of oxygen. Is it? By adding oxygen with iron, it is converted into iron oxide. Is it? So addition of oxygen is called oxidation. So here the substance oxidized is iron. So iron metal is getting oxidized. This is correct. Then water is getting reduced. We have water on the LHS. What has happened to the water? H2O is converted into H2. Here there was an addition of oxygen, and here H2O is converted to H2, means there is a removal of oxygen, or that removal of oxygen is called reduction. So here water is the substance that is reduced. So water is getting reduced, that is also correct. Then water is acting as reducing agent. What was reducing agent? The substance that is oxidized is called reducing agent. The substance that is oxidized. Here what is oxidized? Iron is oxidized, is it? So iron is the reducing agent. So this is wrong. Then water is acting as oxidizing agent. What was oxidizing agent? The substance that is getting reduced, or the substance that is reduced is called oxidizing agent. Here water is reduced. Water is reduced. So water is oxidizing agent. So 1, 2 and 4 are correct. Check the options. 1, 2 and 4 are correct. So C is the answer. Clear? Then let us come to the next question. Which of the following are exothermic processes? What are exothermic processes? Exothermic processes are those processes in which, or the chemical reaction in which heat energy is liberated. Is it? Heat energy is evolved. Such processes are called exothermic processes. Let us check one by one. Reaction of water with quicklime. This reaction is clearly specified in the textbook, and you have already studied the theory. Here, when we add water to quicklime, heat energy will be produced. That mixture will get boiled, is it? So This is an exothermic process. Dilution of an acid, when we add water to an acid or when we add some water to a base, in both these cases heat energy will be evolved. So that is also an exothermic process. Evaporation of water. Evaporation of water means water is converted into steam or water vapor. So in order to convert water to water vapor, energy is required, is it? It will absorb heat energy, then only it will be converting into water vapor. So here there is no evolution of heat, so this is not possible. Then sublimation of camphor. What was sublimation? We have studied in 9th standard. Sublimation, it is the process in which a solid is directly converted into steam or gaseous state. There is no intermediate state of liquid, is it? So sublimation of camphor. Here also there is a change in state, is it? Solid to gas. So in order to become or in order to convert solid to gas, heat energy is absorbed. Then only there will be such a conversion is possible, is it? So here also there is no evolution, instead absorption is there, is it? So here 1 and 2 are our answers. So option A is the correct answer. Exothermic process. In the exothermic process, heat energy is released, and during endothermic processes, heat energy is absorbed. So these two processes can be given as examples for endothermic processes. Okay. Next question. Magnesium ribbon is rubbed before burning because it has a coating of. This is the first experiment that has specified in the chapter 1. We know that magnesium will react with atmospheric oxygen, and if any metal reacts with oxygen, what will be formed? Is it a carbonate or sulfide? Reaction with oxygen, after that oxides will be formed, is it? By reacting with oxygen, oxides will be formed. So there will be a formation of magnesium oxide and it will stay as a coating. Okay, so this is your answer, and its nature will be basic magnesium oxide. So this is the answer. If you need the theory part to be explained or explanation from the all the theory of chapter 1, comment in the video, comment in the comment section. I will be making a video. Okay. Next question. Give the ratio in which hydrogen and oxygen are present in water by volume. We know this is a very simple question. H2O is the formula of water, is it? H2O is the formula of water. H2O. And here the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen, H is to O is asked. So 2 in number, oxygen, hydrogen is 2 in number and oxygen is 1 in number. So clearly 2 is to 1. If just the reverse is asked, oxygen to hydrogen ratio, you have to write it as 1 is to 2. Okay. So be careful while reading the question. So here this is your answer. Okay. Then oxidation is a process which involves, it's a direct question. Oxidation means addition of oxygen, is it? Then what was addition of hydrogen? Addition of hydrogen is reduction. Removal of oxygen. Removal of oxygen is also called reduction. Removal of hydrogen is also called oxidation. So 2 answers are here, children. Addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. One more definition is there. Oxidation can be defined as removal of electrons. Removal of electrons. Okay. Similarly, reduction can be defined as addition of hydrogen, addition of hydrogen, addition of electron, removal of oxygen. Okay. Then exposure of silver chloride to sunlight for a long duration turns grey due to. This is also a direct question from the textbook. We know that when silver chloride is exposed to sunlight, it will be decomposing, and AgCl, silver chloride means AgCl, silver and chlorine will be there, After decomposing, we will get a silver and chlorine, is it? It will be breaking into two. So the formation of silver by decomposition of silver chloride. Silver chloride will be decomposed and silver will be formed. Chlorine gas also will be formed, and this grey color is due to the formation of silver. Okay. Sublimation does not happen, decomposition does not happen, this one does not happen, then oxidation, nothing. All these are wrong only. Okay. Next question. MnO2 plus 4HCl. Let us avoid this two. There is a mistake in the question, typing mistake. Let us rub that. Okay. Don't consider this one. This I am not highlighting, children. Let us rub it. Okay. Okay. So 2H2O plus Cl2. Actually, we need here. What we need here actually, Mn will be there, children. Okay. Let us see. Identify the substance oxidized. So clearly HCl is converted into H2O, is it? HCl is converted into H2O. So there is a chlorine is removed and addition of oxygen is there. So we can say that HCl is oxidized. Some typing mistake or something is there in this question. What I have written here, according to that we can write the answer as HCl. Okay. And our answer will be from LHS only. Our answer will not come from RHS side of an equation. Okay. We have to write what has happened to the reactants. Okay. In all these type of question, we have to write what has happened to the reactants. Okay. Okay. Then see here the options are MnCl2, that is not on the LHS. HCl is there. H2O, it is on the RHS. Then MnO2 is there. Already it has an oxygen. Then there is no chance of getting oxidized, is it? Removal of oxygen only possible. So our answer will be definitely HCl. Okay. Now next question. Which of the following is an endothermic reaction? The reaction in which heat energy is absorbed. Dilution of sulfuric acid, dilution of acid or base. In all those cases, we have seen in the previous question also, heat energy will be released. So this is an endothermic reaction. Sublimation of dry ice. For sublimation, substance will be converted from solid to gas. So in order to convert from solid to gas, energy is required, is it? So energy will be absorbed here. Sublimation will be the answer, is it? So this is an endothermic process. So I have already explained. Then condensation of water vapor. When the change of state is from steam to or water vapor to liquid or solid form, what will happen? Energy will be released, is it? Solid has least energy, gas has a higher energy, that we already learned. So when water vapor is converted into water, condensation means water vapor to water. So heat energy will be released. Okay. So this is exothermic. Respiration in human beings, we have already studied. Release of energy is there during respiration. Again, this is also exothermic. Then 10th question. A substance X is used in whitewashing and is obtained by heating limestone. In the absence of air, identify X. Which is the substance that we are using for whitewashing? Here our answer is calcium oxide. Okay. Don't get confused while choosing the option. Okay. Limestone means it will be calcium carbonate. Okay. Limestone means calcium carbonate. When we heat this calcium carbonate, it will be decomposing into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay. And that calcium oxide, when we mix with water, we will get a calcium hydroxide, this one, and that is used for whitewashing. Okay. So the basic substance, the base, which is the base substance, that is calcium oxide. We have to mix it with water, then only we will be whitewashing, and when we add water to it, mix it with water, we will call it as calcium hydroxide. So our answer is calcium oxide only. Sometimes children gets confused for choosing an option. Sometimes they chooses the option B, calcium hydroxide. That is not correct. Calcium oxide is the correct answer. Then 11th one. In the double displacement reaction between aqueous potassium iodide and aqueous lead nitrate, a yellow precipitate of lead iodide is formed. While performing the activity, if lead nitrate is not available, which of the following can be used in place of lead nitrate? We can use actually lead acetate. Okay, we can use lead acetate. This is not actually mentioned in our textbook. Just to learn this as it is. Okay. This reaction with the lead nitrate, that is clearly specified in our textbook. Okay, learn that equation and the reaction. Then next question. What type of chemical reactions take place when electricity is passed through water? Do you remember that figure and all? When electricity is passed through water, water will be decomposing into hydrogen and oxygen, and that process was called electrolysis of water, is it? So there is no displacement combination or double displacement, there is decomposition. Electrolysis of water is an example of decomposition reaction. There were 3 types of decomposition reaction. You have already studied all those things. Okay, I am not explaining. Then 14th question. The condition produced by aerial oxidation of fats and oils in foods marked by unpleasant smell and taste is called. What is that called? Unpleasant odor, smell that comes out from the packets, is it? Our Lay's packet, so many things are there, is it? Mixture packet, banana chips packet, all those packets. When that packet was slightly opened, suppose 2 or 3 holes are there, what will happen actually? Air will enter into that packet and oxygen will react with it, is it? And at last there will be an unpleasant smell, is it? What happens there is oil and everything actually mainly oil will react with atmospheric oxygen, is it? Oxidation happens actually there, and this unpleasant smell and taste, that is called the rancidity. We will say that food has become rancid. Clear? Then children, select the oxidizing agent for the following reaction. Here when we look at this equation, there is no oxygen, is it? If there was oxygen, it was very easy to find out which one is oxidized, which one is reduced, etc. But if there is no oxygen present in the equation, we have to check with the help of hydrogen. So hydrogen is the H2S. It is H2S, children. Hydrogen sulfide, H2S plus I2. It is I2, iodine. Okay, H2S plus I2 gives 2Hi plus S. So let us see what has happened to this H2S. H2S is converted into S, is it? Every time, I am saying every time we have to check the reactants only. Don't check products. Okay, sometimes children writes the answer from the product side. Our answer will not come from product side, answer will be there in the reactant side only. We have to check what has happened to the reactant. So H2S is converted into S, is it? So clearly there is a removal of hydrogen. Removal of hydrogen is also called as oxidation, is it? Removal of hydrogen is also called as oxidation. So H2S is oxidized. The substance that is oxidized is reducing agent. So H2S is the reducing agent. What we need? Oxidizing agent. So I2 is converted into Hi. There is an addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen is called reduction. Addition of hydrogen is also called as reduction. Removal of oxygen is also called as reduction. So I2 is reduced. Okay, I2 is reduced. Sometimes children will write HI is reduced. It is not like that. LHS, focus on LHS. So I2 is reduced, and the substance that is reduced is called oxidizing agent. So our answer is option A. Electrolysis of water is a decomposition reaction. We told it already. The mole ratio of hydrogen and oxygen gas. No doubt H is to O. That ratio is always 2 is to 1. A substance added to food containing fats and oils is called. Food containing fats and oil. Most of our food, bakery food, everything will contain fats and oils, is it? So what we have to do? We have to prevent rancidity, is it? In order to prevent rancidity, why the food becomes rancid? Due to the reaction with the oxygen, is it? So we have to prevent oxidation. So we have to add just a reverse substance, that is antioxidant. We have to add antioxidant, and a nitrogen is an antioxidant. We fill the packets with the nitrogen gas to prevent rancidity. Next question. Pb plus CuCl2 gives PbCl2 plus Cu. The above reaction is an example of, is it a combination, double displacement, decomposition or displacement? Is it a combination? It is not a combination reaction. Combination reaction is a reaction in which two or more substances will combine to form a single product. Here more than single product is there. Then decomposition. Decomposition reaction is just the opposite of combination, is it? There will be only a single reactant. Single reactant will be decomposed into two or more products. So here more than one reactant is there, so it is not a decomposition reaction. And displacement reaction is there, double displacement reaction is there. What was double displacement reaction? For the double displacement to occur, we need actually a compound here, is it? CuCl2 is a compound. Such a compound we need here, then only there is a chance of double displacement or exchange of ions. Here instead what happens here? Here this lead will displace copper. Lead will displace copper. Lead displaces copper means it will remove the copper from copper chloride, and it will sit at the place of copper, is it? That is called displacement. So here it is displacement reaction in which lead displaces the copper. Okay. Then last question, last MCQ it is. In which of the following chemical equations the abbreviations represent the correct states of reactants products involved at reaction temperature? Very simple question. H2L is written, state of the substance is written here, is it? Hydrogen is a gas, so this will be wrong, is it? Hydrogen is a gas, okay. Oxygen is not a liquid, so this is also wrong. Hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas, H2O is a liquid. Okay, so this is the correct answer. State we have to identify. Okay, here H2O gas is written. H2O gas will be there in some other equations, but here H2 gas and O2 gas combines to form what? Water in liquid state. Okay, that is correct. Okay, and I have added some multiple choice questions also. Sorry, not multiple choice, fill in the blanks questions also, that are very easy. You can go through one by one. Okay, some 10 questions I have added. If any doubt you can ask me, and answers also I have provided. Okay, answers also I have provided. If you need notes like this, notes or classes of this chapter, do comment in the comment section. Then if this class was helpful for you, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you, my dear children. We will meet in another class.